If you feel stuck, it's probably because the answer is too simple for your ego to accept. In today's video, I'll be going through something I've realized I have done. I have seen multiple friends done it, and I think now was a perfect time to record something like this because I just had 2 friends who had this exact issue. The observation I've been making the last couple of years is that for some reason we tend to make things more advanced than they have to be. And the frustration you get from this, it's no fun, because when you take basic things and you make them overcomplicated and then you fail to hit your targets or you fail your goals, you feel like a loser. You feel like you failed. The issue is not that you did not reach the goal, it's that you set the wrong standards from the start. But the truth is that probably the goals or the things you were supposed to do were too advanced from the start, and you should just have kept it more simple. I first had a realization about this with myself. I was supposed to do my first cold calling for my own company, and this was maybe 2 years back. I had a lot of fear of picking up the phone and start dialing. And instead of just doing it, I spent so much time advancing everything and thinking, oh, it needs to be the perfect sales pitch. I need to do it in this way. I have to be in this environment with no sounds. I have to get, this might sound crazy, but I was like, I have to get a real microphone. The one on the iPhone is not good enough. And I just, in my head, started making it so advanced. And of course, that also has its place. When you're supposed to do something, you have to learn about it. But usually, you're just pushing the thing you're supposed to do. And the only reason I did this was because I was so scared. That's the only reason. What happened because of this? Well, eventually I did call some of the clients, but I wasted so much time on nothing. I made so much more advanced that I failed my goals. I didn't call that many people that I wanted. I was super disappointed with myself of not accomplishing what I thought I could do. So it was supposed to be very simple. I just had to pick up the phone and call some clients and maybe spend a little bit of time of thinking what I was supposed to say and have a script ready. But instead I spent days on just getting the right equipment, the right script, learning more about sales, and just wasting a lot of time. And I understand that not everyone can relate to cold calling because that's not something everyone does. But I have another story from a friend of mine who recently had this issue. I have a friend who's been struggling a lot with working out and also struggling a lot with his diet. And I've known this person for a long time. And the issue was he had all these goals. He wanted to get more muscles, he wanted to have a more clean diet, and he wanted to feel better and reach his training goals. But instead of just having a simple diet that's easy to follow and having a simple training routine, he spent so much time trying to make the perfect diet and make the perfect training program. And the issue is that he just overcomplicated the whole process. And what happened? Well, he didn't get the results he wanted. And all of this boils down to ego. We have this thing that either we're so scared of people judging us that we think it has to be more advanced. We think training has to be so advanced. We think relationships has to be so advanced. We think everything has to be so advanced all the time. But the truth is, most things can be kept simple. So for my friend, the solution was obvious. He had to stop making so advanced things like tracking all the macros, trying to make the perfect training schedule. What he needed to do was just take action and go to the gym and eat some simple food and have a clean diet. And when I say it like that, it sounds simple. And it's because it is simple. It's not easy to do, but it's simple. It's like with my cold calls or with the gym. If you spend so much time trying to perfect it, you waste so much time that you could have spent in the gym or you could have spent cold calling. And the truth is that you might, if you spend all these hours trying to be a little bit better at cold calling, you spend all this time being a little bit better at your workout, you might get some better percentage results, you might get some better results. But the person that's already started and taking action right away is miles ahead of you and might have a bit worse skills in all of the things, but that person is at least consistent. It's consistent in what he does in the training, he's consistent in what maybe if he works in sales, like my example, and that person always wins because they do it right away. They take time out of the equation. They start taking action right away instead of feeling the fear and then over planning and over complicating stuff. And your ego don't like to feel uncomfortable. Your ego don't like to be challenged or questioned. And that's why it's so easy to just overcomplicate stuff and just push it away and don't do it because it feels so advanced. But in reality, it's very rare that the things are so advanced. Then the next question is, how do you stop making everything so advanced? And I would say the first thing is that it's usually connected to fear or some type of comfort. And the best thing you can do is remove time from the equator. I think we've all been there, like standing from a tall cliff, like 5-10 meters down, and we just feel our whole body shaking because we're so afraid of jumping. And some people, they just do it right away and they're done, and then the fear disappears. But what happens with a lot of people, and myself included, happened thousands of times, especially with cliffs, but with other stuff as well, is that we wait and we listen, we give in to the fear. And what happens when we give in to the fear? Well, the fear gets even worse because it gets a harder grip on us. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. And it's the same with comfort. The longer you go and be comfortable, the worse it gets. The more the comfort drags you in and you become even more comfortable, which makes it even harder to do stuff. So the first thing is, don't come with all of these bullshit excuses. Don't come with all of these excuses why you can't do it now. Just take action and do it quicker. And I promise you that the fear will disappear. And exact same thing with comfort. It will feel terrible at points. It will feel terrible at some points. And life is supposed to feel terrible sometimes. You can't always be comfortable and feeling happy. That's not how life works. Sometimes we get down in it, but when we're down here and we feel much more low, we can feel the highs even more. And usually, if you're smart, you can take wisdom from being down here and learn things. And also when you get up, appreciate the highs even more and become a better person. Keep things dead simple. I'm not kidding. Keep things dead simple. I don't care if it's in business, I don't care if it's in your personal life, in your relationships, if it's with training. Stop having these expectations that things have to be so advanced. Just keep it simple. And I promise you, so much things will just solve itself. And don't forget one of the most common excuses that I've also had. Like I said before, I was supposed to do the cold calls and I started gathering info and like how to do the perfect cold call. If you're waiting for more info or you have the excuse, yeah, I have to have more info, I have to blah, blah, blah. Just do it. Cut the crap, stop, and then just take action on it. The thing is that, yes, there comes a point when you have to really fine-tune small details to get to the next step. But I'm talking to the big mass here, and these people are very few. They are very talented people. So for most people, you're not there. Stop trying to optimize these small things when you still have all of this potential. It's the same thing like when you start going to the gym. It doesn't really matter what you're doing at the gym. You still get the newbie gains. Or if you try a new sport, you suck in the beginning, but really quickly you gain some skill. And the more you go, the harder it is to gain new skill, and you have to fine-tune smaller things. But just as with training in the gym or if it's a sport, it's the same with everything. It's very rare that you have to fine-tune all these things right away. It's better to start, and then when you get to the next level or the level after that, then fine-tune things. But first, focus on just taking action and doing and keeping it simple. And here's the thing, easy decisions are usually very uncomfortable, and that's why they work. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did enjoy making it. I post videos like this every week, where I talk about mindset things, I talk about training, I talk about traveling. So if you like this type of content or you think that anything in this video makes sense, Drop a comment down below what you liked, and don't forget to subscribe to be part of the journey.